Hello guys, in this video we are going to be working on mathematical literacy, grade 11, question paper 4 for paper 2. So please guys, make sure that you watch the video until the end as I will be showing you how to answer each and every question. Okay, so make sure that you watch the video until the end. And if you check, you can see that we have our question paper on our left hand side, and then we also have our memorandum on our right hand side. Okay, so now let's go ahead and discuss. So I will be showing you how to answer this type of questions. So we'll start with question one, and we can see that question one we are given 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3, as well as 1.4. Okay, so if we check, you can see on question one that we are given a table that we need to use. So we are given a scenario. So we are told that the table below shows the relationship between hours and the rate of charged per hour or part thereof. And then we are told that tariffs include value added tax. So this means that when we are calculating, you won't need to calculate our VAT because our VAT is already calculated. So now we are told to refer to the table and answer the questions that follows. So if we check, we can see that we are given our table. And guys, you need to understand that in mathematical literacy, you will always be given something to work with. So you will always be given something to work with. So you'll be given something that you need to use to answer your set of questions. Okay, so let's start with the first one. We can see that question 1.1, we are given a table, and then the table has two columns, right? So we have the hours, and then we also have the rate charged per hour. So this is very important. This per hour, this is the rate charged per hour. So that's what you also need to look at. So if you check, we can see that we are given different ranges of hours, and then we're also given more than 8 hours. So we are also given a note that lost tickets penalty is 50 rand plus additional charges. So what does that mean? That basically means that if you lose your ticket, you will pay the 50 rand, and then you will also pay the additional charges based on the rate per hour. Right? So now we'll start with question 1.1. So we can see here that we are asked what is the rate charged if Mr. Sokoto parked his car for 8 hours for 15 minutes. If Mr. Sokoto parked his car for 8 hours, 15 minutes. So we can see that this is more than 8 hours. So the charge will be 40 rand. And we can see here that it is also 40 rand. It is 40 rand as well. Okay, so it is also 40 rand. Let me see if I can also use something here on this side. Okay, we can't. So we can see that the price is also 40 rand, right? And then next, so we use the same approach to answer our questions. That's the approach that we use to answer our questions. So we read our question and then we go back to the statement that we are given to check what the correct answer is, would be. And then 1.1.2, we can see that we are told to write 8 hours and 15 minutes. So guys, if we check this question, you can see that the 8 hours is already given in hours, but the 15 minutes is given in minutes. So now this basically means that you need to convert your 15 minutes into hours. And if you check your memo, you can see that to convert 15 minutes into hours, they divide by 60. So this is how you should practice this question paper, as it will help you in the exam, in your exams. Okay, so that's how you should check. So you should check the question and then check how it is answered. And then next we will move to question 1.2. So question 1.2, they are saying that Mr. Titi lost his ticket And remember that if a person loses their ticket, they need to pay the 50 rand. They need to pay the 50 rand, the lost ticket penalty, which is 50 rand. Okay. And if you check here, we can see how it was calculated. We can see how it was calculated. So we can see that 1.1.1 says that determine how much time lapsed. So time lapsed is the time a person spent. So here they are asking us to find out how much time is the TT spent at the mall. So we can see that he arrived at 11:30 and it was now 2:20. So they even showed us for us here. They showed us for us the time that he spent. So he spent 2 hours and 15 minutes. Okay. And then if we move to 1.3, we can see that we are told to refer to the rectangular diagram below and answer the questions that follows. So guys, whenever you see a rectangular diagram, you need to know and remember that if it's a rectangular diagram, it means that opposite sides are equal. It means that opposite sides are equal. So what do I mean by opposite sides being equal? It means that if we have 210 here, it means that we'll also come and have 210 here. So opposite sides are equal. So even this side, the opposite of this side is equal to, so this side, its opposite, it's equals to its opposite side, which is this side. Meaning that if we have 100 centimeters here, it means that we also have 100 centimeters here. Okay. And then we are also asked to define the term perimeter. So perimeter is the total distance around the shape. So even if you check here, you would see that you are given your answer. Okay, so this makes it easier for you guys to prepare for your exam. This makes it easier for you guys to prepare for your exams. Okay, and then we are also told, if we check another question, we can see that we are told to determine the perimeter of the rectangular diagram in centimeters. Guys, the perimeter is the total distance around the shape, right? So that means that if you add all your sides, you should be able to get your perimeter. And even if you check your mem, you can see that that's what they did. They add all up, all the sides. They add all the sides. Okay. And then next, we can jump to 1.4 so that I can show you how to answer these questions. So 1.4 says that identify from the list below a provincial road. So guys, a provincial road is very easy. We know that N stands for national, M stands for metropolitan. So metropolitan also only, these are only in big cities. So we only find metros in big cities. So these roads are in big cities. But we have different provinces. So the answer will be R44, which stands for regional. So the regional is the one that is the provincial road. And here we are told to define the term provincial road in the above context. So guys, provincial road is the road that is maintained by the province. And then there are other definitions that can also help you understand the concept. Okay. And then next, so you can pause the video as you learn and check on your side what the answer is. So that will help you even understand more further. That will help you even understand more further. Okay. And then next we will move to our next question, which is question 2. So question 2 says that question 2, let me also move on this side so that you can be able to see how the answers were answered. So we can see here that we are told that the Tolosaurus prorija was an ancient sea animal that is thought of thought to have lived 85 million years ago. The top speed of this fish was about 64 kilometers per hour. This animal weighed 20 tons. So even just like on the first question, guys, you check your question, and then so you use what you are given to answer your set of questions. So you use what you are given to answer your set of questions. So you can try, and then after trying, you can just come to the other side and see if what you did is correct or not. Okay. And then next we will jump to question 2.3. So question 2.3, we can see that we are told to refer to the map below and answer the questions that follows. So this basically means that the questions that we are going to be given, they will be based on this map. So the questions will be based on this map, right? So we can ask to name the metropolitan road found on the map. So guys, like I said, metropolitan roads are shown by the letter M. So if it's M, it means that it's a metropolitan road. Okay, so you read your questions and then come to the map. And then once you're done, you can just come and verify whether what you wrote is correct or not on the side, because I've also attached the memo for you guys. Okay, and then next, yes, we do the same thing. We do the same thing. And then next, we can jump to question 3. So these are the answers for question 2.3.6. So next, we can jump to question 3. So question 3, we can see that it forms part of measurements. So this is what we call measurements. And if you see, you can see that we are told that the diagram below shows the floor plan of the living room of the Sokoto family's house. And we can see, guys, that we are also given a rectangular diagram. And we know that opposite sides of a rectangular diagrams are equal, right? Again, you use what we are given to answer the set of questions. So we use what we are given to answer our set of questions. Okay. So if we check question 3.1.1, we can see that we are asked to calculate the perimeter of the living room. So the perimeter is the total distance. So one thing that I can guide you on here, guys, is that the unit of measurement needs to be the same. So if it's centimeter, if we are calculating our length and we are using centimeter, it needs to be centimeter on both sides. But on this case, we were told to use millimeters. So it means that we first need to convert our length and our breadth into millimeters. So that's what they did here. That's what they did here. They first converted into millimeters. So this basically means that the unit of measurement needs to be the same. Okay, and then we just use our formulas to get our answers. And then next, we can move to question 3.2. So question 3.2 says that this diagram below represents the picture of the southern wall, of the Sokoto's family living room. They carefully selected red bricks for the wall. This diagram is not drawn to scale. The following information indicated on the diagram below. So this is the information that we are given. So we are given different information that we need to use to answer our set of questions. So again, you need to use what you are given to answer your set of your questions. So you can just try them out and then also check whether what you did is correct or not on the other side. Okay, and then next we will move to question 4. Next we will move to question 4. So question 4, this is our question 4. So we can see here on question 4 that we are told that Yona Mowa buys a small fish tank from B Aquariums for the price of 472, VAT inclusive. So this price already includes VAT. So we are told that he wants to present the dimensions of his fish tank on a piece of paper. And his father, an architect by profession, told him to use the scale of 1:30. Okay, so guys, whenever you see the scale 1:30, this basically means that 1 unit on the paper or on the map is equals to 30 units in real life. Is equals to 30 units in real life. That's what that means, right? And we are told that this table below shows the dimensions of a small fish tank. And we are told to study the table and answer the questions that follows. So again, we use the information that we are given, and if we need to convert, you need to be able to convert. So you will see even here on the memo how to convert. So if you're struggling to convert, if you just check how they did it, you will see how it was done. Okay, and guys, also comment down below with your province. So just subscribe to the channel and also comment with your province, and then I will share the paper of your province. So I will come and comment with the link to the paper of your province. But first, subscribe to the channel, guys, so that when we post new content, you are the first to be alerted. So that you are the first to be alerted. Okay, and then next, we move to question 4.2. So again, we use what we are given. So question 4.2 says that the the winner was selected randomly, and Mr. Sokoto won the grand prize of 150,000. He submitted 1,000 entries out of the total of 10,000 entries for the competition. He further decided to use 90,000 from the 150 to extend his single garage into a double garage. He had a draughtsman drew up the plan. So again, we use what we are given to answer our set of questions. So we need to use what we are given to answer our set of questions. And you can see that we are even given formulas as well. Okay, so you just try them out, and then if you check your answers, so this is the easiest way that you can prepare for your exams. You need to prepare by doing. You need to prepare by doing. Okay, and then next will be question 4.3, and here it is on our right hand side. Okay, so again, you check, you practice, and then you check whether what you practice is correct or not. And that brings us to the end of our question paper. Don't forget, guys, subscribe to the channel and also comment with your province. So just say subscribed, and then if you're in Haute, say Haute, and then I will come and paste the link of the paper your province will be writing. Okay, and this will be the end of our video.